Find the distance between these 2 points. All right, so I got that point right there. I've got that point right there. I really can't get out a ruler and measure out how long that is. It's neither horizontal, it's neither vertical. Plus, I don't want a ruler because Jesus is the only ruler that I care about. Or the president, or the king of England, but more Jesus. So what I can do is I can do this. I'm going to draw a perfect line, as you can see me making right there and right there. And what I've just created is a poorly drawn right triangle. I know that this length is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 spaces long. And I know that this one is 1 space long. And if I'm trying to find the missing side of a right triangle, I'm going to use what's called the Pythagorean Theorem right there. There you go. Now, what's A, what's B, and what's C? Well, in a right triangle, the longest side is always going to be C, and the longest side is always going to be the one opposite of the right angle. Which one's A, which one's B? Doesn't matter as long as the longest side is C, because you're just going to square them and add them anyway. So let's call 9A, let's call 1B. So when I plug it in, I have 9 squared plus 1 squared equals C squared. I have to get C all by itself, but first I can do a little bit of PEMDAS over here. So 9 squared is 81. 1 squared is, let me get out my calculator. 1 times 1 is 1, and then that still equals C squared. 81 plus 1 is 82. That equals C squared. Square root both sides. Remember, if I want to undo a square, I square root both sides. And so C equals the square root of 82. Now, depending on what teacher you have, they might be like, well, I need you to find out the decimal to the nearest whatever. So the square root of 82 is like 9 point something. If you have a teacher that says you need to break this down and turn that into something times the square root of something, you can't do anything here. 82 is 41 times 2. You can't break that down any further and bring stuff out. So we're done. C is the square root of 82, or 9 point whatever it is. But that's what we did. We used the idea of a right triangle to find out the distance of that dot to that dot, which ended up being a little over 9, which makes sense. Dollars and cents.